All right, so the coin we are covering today is Algorand or the Algo token, which as of this recording is currently trading down a little bit today to $1.71 with a market cap of $10.5 billion. And while all eyes today are on Bitcoin with the launch of the ProShares ETF, my eye is back on Algo once again. I don't think the alternative layer one wave is anywhere close to being over. And Algo, in my opinion, not financial advice, do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I think Algo, in my opinion, is one of the projects with potentially the most outsized returns when compared to the big boys like BTC and ETH and even Solana these days. And the smart money is starting to get wise to Silvio's pure proof of stake blockchain. And retail is close behind. We've even had coverage on CNBC lately with Algo. The CEO from Voyager was on CNBC the other day discussing how Algorand is outpacing demand from even Ethereum and others on his exchange. And we've even had two videos come out from our friend of the channel, Guy, over at Coin Bureau, covering Algorand, which is something we've never used to, see with those big kind of YouTube influencers and social influencers. And he gave a pretty glowing review and tutorial of my Algo wallet and Tinyman. So those of you interested in that should check it out. It's super informative and great to see. And he also, certainly drove home the same thesis that we've all had in the past few months and years, that the ever growing DeFi ecosystem being built on top of Algorand is going to be hugely bullish in the months and years to come. And those protocols that are being built on top of Algo are ones to really keep your eye on. And we're starting to see the big investments from like Arrington Capital and Scaramucci and others start to play out here. All told, I think there's something like $800 million of venture capital investment that has already been invested into the Algorand ecosystem. Arrington by himself, or Arrington Capital by themselves, has plunked down $300 million of that. And projects like Tinyman is certainly a result of some of those funds really being put to work. Tinyman, for those of you who don't know, is the AMM, or automatic market maker project, built specifically for Algorand, and they grabbed 2.5 million of that 300 million from Arrington. And Tinyman is getting a ton of interest lately from the VC community. As kind of a better solution for fast DeFi that they can't get elsewhere without the more kind of centralized blockchains. And that will open up the door to more sophisticated AMM primitives to evolve in the Algo ecosystem. But outside of DeFi, we've also had the launch of Sequoia Games, the NBA licensed NFT project that looks super promising. Love Chain just launched as well, which is working to secure the capitalization of digital content and monetization on the blockchain for digital content creators and such. But yeah, and just overall, the AVM launch, or the Algorand virtual machine upgrade, in general, will just be huge for the developer adoption, and can really help Algo be more kind of in line with that of other networks. Essentially, it was a much needed backend upgrade that will give Algo smart contracts a huge performance boost and just make it much easier for new developers to build dApps on top of the chain. And just further grow out that DeFi ecosystem and NFT ecosystem and others. But that's really the key, is getting developers to be able to write faster code, is what's really going to propel the growth of the network. But some very bullish things going on. Obviously not financial advice, just a big fan of Algorand. But I think, as we've seen with the Avalanche ecosystem, Solana ecosystem, and others over the years and over the last couple months, you really got to keep an eye on those specific projects being built on the protocols, because Algorand, certainly can, 10x, 15x, whatever, from here on out. But it's really finding those gems in that ecosystem that are really going to have those huge outsized returns. So the ecosystem in general is something to keep an eye on. But all systems go for Algorand. We're starting to hear more about CBDCs. And those discussions happening with other countries. But yeah, Algorand looking pretty good today. Hopefully it'll come back down a little bit. I think, I might be looking to add in a little more once it goes below like the $1.50 mark or so, $1.60 mark. But yeah, long term things are looking good here for Algorand. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the long-term implications of the investments going into the DeFi, those projects coming out, and any ones that are any kind of Algorand gems that are on your radar that you'd like us to cover. But yeah, as always, um, give us a like and subscribe on the YouTubes if you could. Any little bit helps. Leave a comment down below. All that stuff helps with the algorithm magic or whatever. And yeah, if you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, give us a review. That would be absolutely huge and fantastic. And yeah, if you guys want to check out BlockFi and get that new credit card, if you use that link down below, that's your fastest way to get it. And you get an extra, I think it's 3% back in Bitcoin when you use that link. But yeah, and also the account is up to 8.5, or the BlockFi savings account is up to 8.5 USD, 8.5% APY USD, which just blows the doors off of traditional finance banking. But anyway, check those links out if you want to sign up. You get up to $250 worth of free Bitcoin when you sign up using the BlockFi link below. And I am just completely rambling at this point. We've gone over 5 minutes, so I'm just going to hit stop record and be back tomorrow with another coin analysis for you. Bye bye.